It has come in fraction of second. अगर मुझे इसका variance निकालना है वो भी मैं एक second में निकाल सकता हूँ. I can click on variance, VAR. See, I can do it in fraction of seconds. The reason I've done it, I'll just do it once again. I know it is for the first time with you guys. It is very, very simple. First of all, whatever data you have, you will take out the mean of that data. Okay, mean is very, very simple. We've already learned. Then we want to see that how each value is from the average. Likewise, we always think that how far we are from the mean, which is very simple. I minus this A value, which is there in A1 from my mean. I did it for all the values. Then if you ever sum it, it will always be 0. Okay. And just to show you a demo, you can do it yourself also, but it would always be 0. Therefore, I did the square of this. So when I did the square of it, then if I want to calculate variance, I sum it up and divide it by n minus 1. Then I get the variance. If I want to calculate the standard deviation, then I have to take the square root of the variance. That's how I'll be able to calculate the standard deviation. So standard deviation, now just imagine when we earlier calculated range, we just looked at the first value and the last value. But in the standard deviation, don't you think we looked at each and every value from how far it is from the mean?
Yeah.
Have we left any value?
No.
So which is the best method of calculating variance?
Standard deviation.
Standard deviation. Standard deviation. So earlier when I asked you a question, when we did a lot of brainstorm and a lot of discussion, when I was asking you कि standard deviation क्यों जरूरी है? क्योंकि इससे पता चलता है कि मेरा process mean से कितना दूर है, how far I am from the mean. And the farther it is from the mean, it is difficult for me to predict in the future. So that's why standard deviation is to be calculated. Just remember, standard deviation is to be done when you have considered a measure of central tendency as mean. When you consider a measure of central tendency as median, quartile, then you don't take standard deviation, then you take quartile. So let's understand quartile also.
With one question, just not able to catch. 8 by 9, how you got that variant? 8 by 9?
Yeah. Okay. Can someone wants to answer this question? His question is that why did we did 8 by 9? Anybody?
Right. Okay.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of disturbance in the...
Yeah.
Okay. So what we did is the column A is our data set. So 2, 4, 3, these are our data. So the first step we did is we took a mean of it. So the mean came out as B13, that is 3. Then to find the variance, we subtracted the mean from each and every data point. So for B1 we did 2 minus 3, so that gave us -1, and so on and so forth. So the problem with this is we cannot identify the variance how it varies across the group, because the variance would always sum up to 0. So to overcome that, we squared the value of B, that will be our column C, so that all the negative becomes plus, and so the sum of the square of the variance, the sum of the square of the difference between every data point and the average of it, that would come out to be 8, and then we divided it by the total number of data points -1 to get the variance. And from there, to get the standard deviation, we simply took a square root of it, because what we had calculated is as variance is pretty much like the average of the square of the square of the difference between the mean and each and every data point. So we took an under root of it, the square root of it, and that gave us the standard deviation of 0.9.
Is it clear to you now? 8 divided by 9 is very simple. 8 is the sum of the values that we have calculated, and divided by 9 because there were 10 values and the formula says n minus 1. So if I just want to, if it's okay with all of you, if anybody wants to take a screen share, if you're working on if you're watching this training on laptop, if anybody wants to open Excel, he or she wants to do any random exercise so that he or she gets confident, I'll be more than happy. It's up to you if anybody wants to take a practice, because this time I'm giving you an option, but when I will teach you the hypothesis test on Minitab, then it's very compulsory for either 1 or 2 people, which I will do it on a rotational basis to do it on your systems. But that is mandate because that's important. And this is also important, but this I believe that you can do. But if still anybody feels that he or she wants to do it, to understand it very well, I'll give you an opportunity.
I can try that out, Samar.
Okay, so Ratna, I'm just stopping my screen and so that you can start. Just give me a second. Please go ahead.
Okay, let me know once my screen is visible to you.
Yes, your screen is visible to us.
Just the Excel or the whole thing?
The Excel, I think, Excel is the one which I think we want to look at.
Okay, cool. Just so let me know, shall I put some random range of data points?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use a rand between. There's a, I think if you're not aware of this, rand between is a concept, is a formula which you can take the data on your own. So use is equal to rand between. It's a formula. It's for everybody. Rand between, RAND between, yeah, and give any range. 5, 50, anything, whatever. Yeah, bracket close. Now drag it wherever you want to. Use 5 or 10 data points because you want to do it manually.
Sure. Okay.
So this technique would help you to take data on your own. This is a random data. Anytime you do it, you'll be able to take out fresh data. So now she's going to do a demonstration on calculating the standard deviation manually, not using the STDEV formula.
Ratna, you will need to first copy them and then paste them so that you get the values rather than,
Thanks,
they
Ashwini.
keep changing every time.
Paste values, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, done. That's done. Okay, so shall I just take the average with this formula? Am I allowed?
Yeah. Please go ahead. That's okay.
And Samar, please help me with the other things which I'm supposed to find out.
Standard deviation. We need to calculate a standard deviation step by step, like we did, without using the formula.
Let's do it. Yeah. Okay. So standard deviation, I have to just find the mean and then please quickly repeat the steps.
You have to subtract each value,
from all the data points.
Okay.
One by one.
Yeah. Okay.
A1 minus
And just try and do the sum here.
No, I guess this is wrong.
I think it is not come.
F4, right.
You need to.
We have to.
You need to use a lock it.
So right, B1. Just no. Let's not just click on B1. Double click formula.
Okay.
And just click F4. before A1. Before A, just bring your cursor before A and click on F4.
F4.
Right.
Yes.
Now just press enter and now drag.
This 84 becomes logged. I think it has not worked, I guess.
Right, it is not working. Right.
Okay, my license has been corrupted. I think my Excel is not working as
Maybe
as
there's some issue, right?
yeah. It says that the Excel has been interrupted. Maybe that is the reason. Okay, I'll just stop sharing and maybe some of you can do that.
Anybody else wants to do it?
I'll go some of it.
Please go ahead, Anand.
We can see it now. Anand.
We can see it now.
Yeah. So what I've done here is taken 27 data points,
Okay.
a random one, calculated the mean of
Okay.
the data.
Okay.
The second column is your difference from the mean.
Okay.
So once that is calculated, I've taken the square of the difference.
Okay.
So which is 97 minus 97 into 97. I've taken a sum of the square of the difference for us to calculate the variance. So in all, I have 27 data points. So basically what it will mean is my sum of the square of the difference divided by n minus 1, which is 20. Am I correct till here?
Yes. Yes.
So my variance comes out to 17702.
Now we need to do the square.
Guys, can I please request those who are not, unless you have a query, please keep it on mute because it's getting distracting. Sorry.
So I've taken a square root of the variance, and that would be my standard deviation.
Great. So thanks, Anand. Can you just quickly run past through the formulas now to validate what we have calculated, please?
Yeah. So this is the pure data that we have.
Yeah.
The 27 data points. What I've done is I've taken an average, which is the mean of all the data points here. While
No, not this average. I'm just saying now please calculate variance and standard deviation with the help of the formula.
okay.
Just to validate, yeah. Right. So well done, Anand. Good job of calculating it, and I'm sure now it is everybody's understood it now. So if you pick any data, you'd be able to calculate the variance and the standard deviation, which would give you that what kind of a variation that you have in the data. Okay. So this data set, if you and can you just do me a favor, please? Can you just calculate the range as well? I'm asking for too much, but this would help everybody because you have got a good data here. So please calculate range also. Right. So you see that there is a difference when I calculate. Both are doing the same purpose. Both is calculating the how the tightness of the data is from the mean, but range is not giving me a clear picture. Standard deviation is giving me a clear picture because it is considered each and every data point. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, Anand. Thank you so much. We really did a good job in understanding it, and thanks very much. Please stop sharing, and then I will resume.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So this is the last concept for the day that we will do today, which is the Kutile. So let me quickly share my screen.